Started, man.
Let's be nice, bro. You get in the middle, bro.
I'm getting the middle, yeah. Yo, what up, y'all? It's your boy Q Charles back at it with another podcast. Got my boy Mike
What's up, y'all? How y'all doing?
and got a good guy we just met out here barbecuing. What your name is, bro?
Nate.
His name is Nate. So we're gonna bring him along so he can talk about his life and, you know, give his experience and everything going on. But, you know, somebody had a question earlier inside the comments. It was a good question. You know, they say, so what has been heavy on your mind lately? Honestly, I'm gonna say better than myself. You know, for my wife and for my family, and also doing shit that I believe that I could do, you know, instead of procrastinating. Actually going out and do it. You know, trying my hardest at it, you know, giving it my all. You know, if I stay procrastinating about something, then how am I going to achieve it? You know, I'm going to have regret later on about not actually trying to do it, you know. 5 years from now, if I never did this, tried this, you know, I would have been like, damn, I could have been, you know, should have been, you know. So that's been having on my mind lately, just success and, you know, bettering myself, man. Holding myself accountable. And I'm sharing it with y'all every day, you know, on my live Instagram and Facebook, you know. I'm posting, showing y'all how to work out. You know, I got a coaching program, you know, and it's just everything coming along together just right. So, yeah, Mike, something on your mind lately?
Yeah, shit. So I've been thinking recently about basically like doing better for myself. You know, I feel like I'm a good giver and I feel like I give too much to others. But recently I've been talking to people about putting myself first, because I always forget to put my needs in front of others. So I feel like if I put my needs in front of others, in the future I'll have a better lasting like run in life. So basically I'm waking up in the morning, going to the gym, I'm putting myself first instead of, you know, whether it's work related or relationship related. I want to make sure I have my mind right before I put my energy out to others. And, you know, and me and him, we just went to the gym at 3 a.m. this morning, and shit, I felt the best I felt all week. You know what I'm saying? My mind's straight, you know, mentally and physically, I'm getting better each and every day. So, you know, just bettering myself at the end of the day.
Hell yeah, that's time and energy, man. Time with yourself and giving that energy out to different people, you know. So you are what you attract, you know what I mean? So if you're giving that good energy and you're being a good person, it's gonna come right back to you. So always keep that in mind, you know. And always put your health first, man. And, you know, and do shit that's hard. You know, I get up at 3 in the morning, Mike get up at 3 in the morning, go to the gym. So I go to bed at about 12 o'clock midnight every night, you know, editing videos, so I put some out the next day, you know, for y'all. That's some motivation, you know. But I also get up at 3. So I sleep 3 hours, sometimes 2.5 hours, depending if I even go to sleep at 12. You know, actually fall asleep, you know. So it's like, fuck it, I gotta do it. There's nobody else doing it. You hear me? So I gotta do it. I gotta lead by example. Show them that it's possible, you know. People say you need 8 hours of sleep a night. Bull motherfucking shit. Bullshit. You hear me? I got 24 hours in a day. You think I'm gonna spend 8 of them sleeping? What I'm accomplishing if I'm sleeping? You hear me? That's how I feel about it. You know, I get 2 or 3 hours, you know, sometime if that, but that's just me, man. Man, I'm getting it. Man, I'm getting to it. I am getting to it. So, hell yeah, man. You got anything that that motivates you to keep going, bro?
Shit, my biggest motivation is taking care of my family at the end of the day. So I have a beautiful mother, and I have a beautiful woman, and I have a beautiful grandmother. And eventually I'll have a, you know, great child, hopefully. I pray to God. You know, each and every day I think about like how much my family did for me growing up, and my mom's sacrifices she did for me to take care of me. You know, she made sure I played sports, have food on the table, you know. And my biggest goal is really just provide for my mother and my family, my beautiful woman, and my, you know, future children. You know, just set a life that I never had, you know. And it all begins from like little things like discipline, waking up every single morning, going to the gym, whether it's something you got to get better at each and every day. And I'm just trying to figure out where I'm gonna go, and I'm gonna make sure I get there.
So what you doing to actually get there? Like, so what's your time expectancy that you wanna?
So
what's your pace that you think you?
What, like when I'm gonna be there and where I'm gonna be there?
Yeah.
Shit, so my goal right now is I'm in the United States Army. I'm fit medically retire, and I'm gonna finish school. So within the next 3 months, I'll be medically retired, and then I say 2 more months, I'll be finished with my bachelor's degree, and I'm gonna finish school at a university. I'm gonna get my master's degree in cybersecurity. While I'm doing that, I'm gonna try to do my own business, whether it's Toro, renting out cars and such, to bring in passive income, and also gamble. Don't advise you to, but I gamble. I do day trading stocks, I do option stocks, and I do forex as well on the side. So by the time I'm 28, 29, I pray to God that retire my mother, retire my grandmother, and, retire myself at the end of the day. What about you, Q?
Honestly, man, I ain't in no rush, you hear me? Because I feel like I learn more whenever I take my time. So it's like, so I ain't really got a time expectancy, but I do want it to. I am grinding to get it as fast as I can, but I ain't rushing it to where I'm like, oh my God, what the fuck is this? To where I'm getting over stress or over anxiety is kicking in, So I'm taking my time with it, man. But what motivates me to keep going is, I never had shit growing up, so I want to have everything that I didn't have, everything that I dream of. When I seen that Lamborghini come down the road earlier today, I was like, damn, I want that bitch. But I couldn't go out and buy it because I ain't got the funds to go out and buy it. That's reality. I want it, but I gotta grind to get the money to actually do it. So that's what motivates me, man, getting the shit that I ain't got. You know what I mean? And get my wife the shit that she want, and our kids the shit that they want, And get my mom the house, get my dad a new truck, anything, get my brothers, all their kids and shit like that taken care of, so they ain't got no worries. That's what motivate me, to be the motivation of the family, to be the leader, be the supplier, So, man, that's what motivates me. What motivates you to keep going, Nate?
What really motivates me is I never had really nothing, and I only had my mom there pretty much to take care of everything I really had. And me and my girl, I got with my girl, we've been together for about 7 years now. And we lost our baby, and I almost lost her at 8 months when the baby was due and everything like that. So I've been not doing right, but I've been on the right path. See, it's a whole different thing of doing right and on the right path, because you can do right and still not do right. And you can be on the right path and still not be on the real right path that you really need to be on. So to be honest, my girl, she has pushed me through a lot, and we have been through so much in the last 7 years. We barely have a little bit of family that we have, and we love them to death. So pretty much I just want to, one day, I don't want to gamble, I hate gambling, but I will gamble because I really want to set my mom up, I want to set my family up, my niece and nephews, and when I'm gone, I want my girl to be happy. So I've been doing wrong, and it's really now to change because I'm way too old to be doing everything. I'm not that old. Don't get it wrong. but I'm at the age now that I know what to do now and how to do it and what to say and how to listen. So it's a lot. It's a lot when it comes to life. Like once you grow up and you do everything you want to do and do everything you shouldn't have done, it's just a whole lot different. So I feel like once you feel like you know what you want, then you go and get it. If you don't, then you're gonna lose it at the end. So just go get what you want, have a dream. Everybody needs a dream, and just keep going the path you want to go. So have fun, but be smart at the same time. That's just how I feel.
It's about what Nate said, you heard me, about having a dream and shit like that. You got something that your mind is telling you that that you like to do. And they got interest in something, So why not use that as motivation and capitalize on that dream or that thought? You heard me? Because apparently your mind is telling you to do it for a reason. Maybe it's what you're chosen for, So don't be out here, fighting your thoughts or fighting your heart. Go with that. So, good speech, Nate, man. You gotta motivate others, and you gotta stay motivated yourself, man. And Mike, like I asked you earlier, Mike, we was in the gym, from you 5 years ago, where you see yourself, how much have you progressed from 5 years ago?
Jeez. Man, so 5 years ago, crazy life, man. Most of y'all probably don't know. 5 years ago it was crazy, Mike. I was fucking up, doing dumb shit. So basically 5 years ago, man, I'll give you all a backstory. I was probably about, 18? You know, I'm 23 now, I was 18 years old. My mama, needed help. She wasn't really there, so I was trying to be the man, take care of the bills and stuff like that. And I went down the wrong path, right? I started, hustling, started doing shit, selling stuff that I wasn't supposed to do, and it felt good. I got addicted to it because for some reason I love fast money. I was able to provide for my mom, as much as I could. And I felt like the man, and I kept doing it and doing it. Not because I wanted to, I just felt like I needed to step up because, it's just me and my mom and nobody was there to help. So I felt like I had a responsibility to do something. So I never felt like I was a bad person while doing it. So I kept doing it, just to provide, and then when I was 18, 19, I started taking Xanaxes and no one really knew I got really skinny. And then, fortunately, I went to jail. I got locked up right before I was supposed to ship out to the United States Air Force. It kind of changed my life. So that, I think God put that into perspective. He told me to slow down and get better, and I really needed that. I never look at anything as a loss. I think it was a delayed W. I needed that lesson, or I would have kept fucking up and going downhill. So I went to jail. I got kicked out the United States Air Force within a year. Thankfully, my father helped me get in the United States Army. Did my basic training, did my AIT, came over to Fort Stewart, met Keel, my NCO, putting me on the right path mentally, and physically as well. From there, shit has only been up, and I'm truly blessed where I'm headed to now. I got my mind right. I'm not gonna do that stupid shit no more.
That's crazy. You were saying, I got a similar story. Shit. Growing up, of course I was a funny kid in school. I was the class clown. I make you laugh, boy. You hear me? But end of the day, that wasn't the best option because I should have paid attention in school. But honestly, how I feel about school is all shit they teach me in school, I don't need it for life. You hear me? They don't teach me nothing in school that I use today in my life. I don't use science. I don't use social studies. I barely use math. The only thing I really can use is pretty much reading, maybe you could say. But I'm gonna say my story is, I joined the military when I was 20 years old. In 2019, man, I was smoking weed, drinking, being disobedient to my parents. You heard me? Messing around, chick from chick, lying to people, fighting people, doing the whole 9 yards. Sometimes even stealing, so I can get more weed type shit. And one night I was heading home, so I called the weed man, and I called him. He said, "Yeah, bro, type shit is good." So I got a little pack from him, and the shit was laced with methamphetamines, bro. So I killed Charles. Actually, smoked weed laced with methamphetamines, man. I almost died that night. You heard me? Like chest pain, rapid heart beating, eyes gouging out of my head, throwing up, in the whole 9 yards. And honestly, so my dad was always there to push me in the right path. Cause my parents knew that something was wrong with me, something was going on, but I always knew how to hide it a little bit. I always could lie good, you could say. Cause who want to tell their parents that they got laced with methamphetamines, So, I don't want my parents to ever think that I'm a bad person, so I mean, now I'm grown, I don't really care what my parents think about me, so I let the story out now. But back then, it was a tragic lifestyle, man. And then one day I got stopped by the police, you heard me, when I was riding inside my truck, and then shit crazy, because it's a true story. So the Walmart cookies, like the cookies that got the white bottom with the icing on top?
Yeah, the frosted cookies.
Yeah. So I was eating those in my truck, and the powder part fell on the ground. So the cop put me over and asked what that was. I said, "Man, it's cookies." I'm being honest, I don't lie, If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. He said, "Yeah, cookies, right?" The guy tested it, bro, type shit, but it ain't gonna turn blue. It was fucking cookies. So he out there trying his hardest, trying to flick it, but he found a 0.5 of weed though. Gave me a ticket for it, right? And so I called, cause he asked me. He said, if you don't want to sign this ticket, you're going to jail. So my parents told me if I go to jail, don't call me. So I said, give me that motherfucking ticket. I called my dad, man, and he was like, son, your life is over. You got marijuana on your record, son. So lucky my dad knew somebody who I could talk to about getting out of it, and I told him I planned on joining the military. You know, this would be horrible on my record. I probably couldn't get in after that. And the person said, you got 2 weeks to join the military, Kill. And 2 days later, I was in that bitch. Basic training. You hear me? And what I learned is to take control of my life, because I could have just let that shit defeat me. You know, it's still been defeated to the day. Took control, you know, took over my mind and stopped smoking, you know, and stopped drinking to pass the piss test to get in the military, you know. I had to do that. I had to stop drive. So, you know, that was a big compliment for me, man. And, man, Nate, man, so,
You know what? I got a story too.
What's up?
All right, so I was young, dumb, doing drugs, having fun, doing what I like. Me and all of my friends having fun, and pretty much we grew up, and it didn't end up with me having all my friends anymore, because a lot of that stuff takes your life. Like, it will take your life even if you're not dead. You understand what I'm saying? It's a whole different story when it comes to that. So we did what we did. We went to a party. 4 of my friends in the truck. They were going about 120 miles an hour, and they hit a tree, and it killed one of them, put one in a vegetable, and one got on heroin. And that changed everybody that was friends with all of them. So just understand, like, it's something different out there always to catch an eye. You know what I mean? It's something different always. And I just want everybody to understand, like, you can have your fun and be young and be dumb, but always think of another option. Like, once you get older, you make it out of all that tragic stuff. Like, it's so much better to get out of it and grow up, because all of us grew up, all of our friends were separated, and all of them are doing good. Because once that happened, I was in a little town, and it struck everybody, so we all did different than what it is. So don't let one thing just bring you down, because that happened years ago. I was about 16 years old when that happened, and I don't want that to happen to nobody else. Just don't let life take you down, because it's a whole different path out there that you can take.
Mm-hmm.
Even if it's not to riches, like riches, money-wise, it is some fucking mind-bogglement. It is, you're learning, you're doing different. Like, you can really conquer the world in your own fucking world. So don't let shit fuck that up. Don't ever let nobody take the path that you're going. And don't ever let anybody say some shit that is gonna bring you down, because nothing in this world will bring you down other than your fucking self. So just keep moving. Like, be real with yourself. If you ain't gonna be real with yourself, then you can't be real with nobody fucking else. I'm sorry.
That's right.
I'm sorry.
Right.
But man, they're definitely trying to put y'all on a different path, because there's so many people doing dumb shit and taking lives and all this, and y'all could be on a whole nother path. Y'all are pretty much our generation. We're doing what we can, but y'all's generation, a lot of people can do so much shit. It's impossible that we would think, but it's not. Nothing's impossible.
Mm-hmm.
So nobody's perfect. God's always there watching, and you ain't gonna be perfect. Nobody's perfect, but just listen to the right shit, because there's a lot of shit out there that's gonna fool you and fuck you up. So just have it, man.
End of the day, The moral of the story is just be a good person, be a good man, be a good woman to everybody, you know. And that's my target. Output is to be a great man, you know. For everybody I'm around, you know, give off good energy, help everybody that I can, you know. But not looking for something in exchange, you know. If I do something for somebody, or you know, it's gonna be out of love of my heart. You know what I mean? It ain't gonna be for me looking back for them to give me something back for it. You know what I mean? I ain't that kind of person. So end of the day, my target is to be the best man I possibly could be. So to be I want to be just a dangerous, disciplined, smart, you know, positive man. You know what I mean? And that's what I live for every day, man. Because I know I could do it. I know I could do it, but it takes me to do it. And I'm going to show y'all how to do it. So, I mean, I'm motivated. I'm dedicated to it, man. And I'm going to show everybody, show my parents what a great son that they raised, you know. Show my grandparents what kind of great grandson that they raised, you know. Show my sisters and brothers what kind of siblings they got, you know. So, you know, I want it all, man. And you got to want it all for yourself. You know, better your life, health-wise, mindset-wise, man. And learn you. Learn who you are. Stop conforming to things around you. Take the time out, look in the mirror, and learn who you are. You know? So, that's how I feel, man. Anything else you got to say about life, in general?
Yeah, so when I was listening to you, I heard, you know, do things from the bottom of your heart and expect nothing in return, basically, right? So I feel the same way. But there's something in the back of my head is like, I'm doing it at the bottom of my heart when I give or I do things for others, right? But how would you feel if you don't, you know, feel appreciated or respected? You don't, per se, I don't want nothing in return. So I give and I give. And I feel like I'm a giver. I give so much to, whether it's in a relationship, mother, father, friends, you know, anything of that sort. Yeah, I'm doing it from the bottom of my heart. I don't expect nothing in return but respect or appreciation or like the thought that matters. How would you feel or how do you control if someone doesn't appreciate the things you do for them?
Shit, I wouldn't fuck with them again. If I do something for you, it's out of the kindness of my heart. But if you don't tell me thank you, or tell me you appreciate it, or anything like that, man, fuck you.
Yeah, so that's what I was saying.
So, to me, man, just helping somebody is totally different than helping yourself.
Different feeling.
It feels good, even if I don't get a thank you.
Yeah.
To me, it's just whatever. Do what you do. I helped you. Dude, if you can't get on your feet, then get on. Then that's on you. But it really, I don't care what they say. Like, I try to help, and they can talk down on me, but I'm definitely not gonna help them.
Right.
You know, when they talk down, but it does feel good. Like just helping somebody. It don't matter what it is. It's just the little things in life that you help with. It feels like you done conquered whole fucking world that day, you know what I mean? And just if the people around you that are close and want to talk down on you, and you separate yourself. And if you help and you try to do, you know, I don't know, I'm not trying to preach about God.
Yeah.
But like, he wants you on a different path, and if you go down that path and you do what you got to do and you're helping people and they just talk shit, leave it alone, because that's only gonna cause you more trouble if you go back at them. So I just feel a little bit different when I help people. I don't really need anything from them, nothing. I don't need a thank you, bye, hello, anything from that. But it's the taking advantage of that I get mad about. And if I help you once or twice and you're not doing what you need to do to get right, then I can't help you no more. That's how I feel about it.
Yeah, I feel you. Like, I feel like many times I've been taken advantage of, like, especially with, like, friends, right? So basically, like, growing up, my friends had saw that, you know, when I was doing the wrong thing, I was, you know, stacking bread, making money, and I was doing my own thing, and I guess, you know, I thought friends were helping me out, like, you know, and thought I was doing good and wanted me to do better. It came at a time I was in the military. You know, they think I'm in the military, I have all this money, right? And two of my friends coincidentally, you know, are asking for money, $5,000 to $5,000 basically. and I gave it to them, right? At the end of the day, I think I told you the story. My friends, my two best friends from where I grew up and lived, owe me both $10,000 basically in total, right? And each time it was different times, but it was like my last dollar, you know. I really gave them like my last dollar. I probably had $200, $300 left after I gave them the money they asked for, right? They said they'll pay me back. And, you know, I love giving. Like, you know, if I needed something, I would expect them to give it to me. So I just gave it, and I was like, here, man, take your time, do what you got to do. And then now it's like they don't even, you know, try to pay me back, or Mike don't need the money, or Mike's good. And I'm like, just because, you know, I have my career ahead of me doesn't mean like you don't owe me my money. So, and you're right, you know, I feel like God will separate you from the people you don't need to be around. And I finally came to conclusion, like within the last couple of months, you know, 6 months, I was like, forget about it. I dropped it, right?
How do you feel about when you do something and people aren't there for you when you do it for them?
Shit, I feel like, honestly, I don't really feel nothing about it because I don't really expect nothing from nobody.
Exactly.
Type shit. If I'm going out there and giving somebody something, that's because I want to do that. You know, I ain't expecting them to be there because, honestly, people ain't the same as you. People don't think the same. You know what I mean? And honestly, I don't really care if nobody do nothing for me. If I do something to get somebody in my last, and if I'm on my ass and I call them and they don't answer the phone, or they say they ain't got it, type shit, bro. Okay, bro. Thank you. I'll talk to you later, man. You know, it ain't no hard feelings. You know, you gotta live with that. You know what I mean? You gotta know that you didn't help me out. You know, but as far as me personally, this shit don't bother me. Yeah, I'm gonna keep moving on because I'm gonna find a way.
You see, that's what people really need.
I'm gonna find a way, bro.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm gonna find an outlet. So, so to answer your question, man, I don't really, that shit don't bother me, brother.
I'm glad. It don't need to bother anybody. How anybody else feels about you. You know what I mean? Because that's where it's getting to everybody, and it's making them go different ways.
Right.
It's boggling their mind up. It's confusing them. They don't know. They don't understand because people are just saying what they want to say about them, and they're letting it get to them. So, pretty much, you got a heart. Y'all both got a heart. So, it is what it is. Like, don't let nothing take anybody in this world off their path that y'all come in contact with.
Hell yeah.
And walk and do what they're supposed to do. So, I feel like y'all helped me a lot. To be honest, I've never done this. I'm sorry, I'm not trying to ruin it, but I know y'all seen that cat over there jumping that pond.
Yeah, I heard that.
The fucking cat swimming, dog.
I'm sorry. I was like, oh my.
It was crazy, man. We seen this guy. He was out here barbecuing, and we was saying we didn't know how to work the lights out here. You know, he was like, man, like this, turn them bitches on. I said, bro, you can get in the podcast if you want. We was talking about life, and he said, sure, man, I never did it before. I said, well, hey, here's your opportunity to get on one, man, and you know, so that's Nate, man. He lives over here inside the apartment complex, and he's a great guy. That's what life is about, you know, picking people up, you know, talking to people, engaging yourself with people, you know, not just being some shut off guy. Spread the love, spread your wisdom, you know. So, yeah, man, I think that's pretty much it for the night, man. So it's Charles Mindset and Fitness podcast, and I will see y'all again next week.